Oh guys, the scoop of the NRA annual meetings. I'm here with Logan at the Trijicon booth, and we already hit you just a little bit on the Facebook page with the SRO. I'm super excited about this optic, Logan. And so talk to me about the basics here of the SRO.
Excellent. Well, appreciate you coming by. Thanks for the time. So this is really a development, a continuation of the evolution of putting an optic on a pistol. This is the first optic that's really designed for pistol use. And what you'll notice right off the bat is this large, clear window.
Humongo window.
Giant. And it's in the direction you want more glass, which is vertically.
Right.
You track the dot through recoil. Now your follow-up shots are faster, your initial landing of the dot is quicker, you can keep your focus on the target. We designed all those thoughts and all those attributes into this optic.
So this is a big deal because, you know, when you've got a rifle optic, it's not really moving, you know?
Right.
That dot's wiggling in the window. But when I've got the recoil of a pistol, I mean, even if I'm controlling recoil like a monster, that dot's still coming to the top of the window and back down. So the more vertical space I have, the better off I am.
That's exactly right.
And as a guy who runs a dot, like, my first thoughts, I picked this gun up, again, tagged out guns, we're at the show, right? Non-functional display pieces.
Yep.
So, it's the first time, pick that dot, oh my gosh. It's remarkable how different it is. Do you have one that's got an RMR on it?
Absolutely.
That we can show?
Yep, right behind you.
Yeah, so let's do this. So I want to show you what an RMR, again, so if I show and bring you in here, so that's the viewing window of an RMR, right? You guys have seen that. You've seen me on video showing that many times. Great. It's a standard, right? Put that away. Now, there's the window of the SRO. It's like an order of magnitude bigger.
It is. It feels bigger, it looks bigger, but it's still relatively small. It's concealable, it's carryable, it'll fit in your holster. It takes the same footprint as the RMR.
Beautiful.
We didn't change anything. So any gun that'll take an RMR is going to take the SRO.
That's huge. So let's say that again. So it's the same footprint on your mill as the RMR is. Take 2 screws out, pop the gun, 2 in, rock and roll. I'm interested to see. I'll bet you on my P30, I'm gonna have to knock my rear sights out because my rear sights are forward. We'll see how that goes. I think for some people, so if you look, it sits forward and up a little bit. So some folks, you might have to adjust your holster a little bit, depending on how tight it is to your optic. I mean, not much, but maybe a little. We're just gonna have to play with it and see.
That's exactly right.
How much, and now my question is, and I haven't primed you on this one, is, you know, one of the big things that a lot of folks are talking about is the internal G-forces that these optics take. And did you guys change anything in the internals from the RMR?
So the RMR is a little bit different because the battery mounts from underneath.
Yep.
We capture the RMR, the battery against the slide. In this one, the battery mounts from the top down. So it's a top-loading battery. You don't need to re-zero your optic after you change a battery.
Beautiful.
It's still 3 years of battery life, though.
3 years of
Even
battery
with
life.
that clear field of view, clear lens, still 3 years of battery life.
Wow.
Let me get back to your question you asked. A standard 1911 steel frame 45 produced somewhere in the order of 20,000 G-forces.
Right.
And when you think about a G-force in a pistol, there's really 3 impulses. There's ignition, detonation.
Yep.
That's a shock, right?
Slam it to the rear.
Slam to the rear.
Back to the front.
Slam forward again. So that's a tremendous amount of G-force, and that takes a lot of engineering, a lot of technical know-how to design an optic like the RMR Type 2 that'll survive that. So the lessons we learned in RMR Type 2, we've applied to this.
Okay.
So this will have the same electronic ruggedness, the same durability as the RMR. You'll be able to rack it off a barricade, off a door frame, off your boot, your heel, whatever you need to do. But the RMR is going to have the advantage in drop and crush. Because those ears of the RMR...
Yeah, because it's got the bat ears.
That's right, divert the stress away. The SRO isn't going to have that, but in our testing, this is the second most crush-resistant optic out there. We tested a number of optics, the RMR, some of the competitors that are out there. The SRO is better than anybody except the RMR in crush test.
And I got to be honest with you, as somebody who shoots a lot, I don't see a lot of times where guns get dropped and then used. You guys know, you watch the main channel, I think I've seen twice in, 20,000 plus defensive encounters where a gun has been dropped and then picked up and used in a gunfight again. So when I look at drop resistance, I'm not so interested in, but recoil resistance and usability, I'm very interested in.
Absolutely.
And I mean, even so, if I drop it from a reasonable height, I mean, if I'm doing this stuff, which is the standardized testing stuff, okay. but you know, the gun's flopping around, all those things, and it doesn't take a direct hit like this in a worst possible scenario, it's probably going to survive that no problem.
It probably will. It's designed to survive pistol mounted recoil, shock, drops. It's designed for that purpose. But on that point, we've also kept the same deck height as the RMR. So your suppressor sights will still continue to work just the way they have in the past. So you're not going to need to change your iron sights when you adopt the SRO.
So it's really a plug and play.
Yes, it is.
That's amazing, man. And okay, so I looked, you guys did an amazing job, by the way, of jumping the show and releasing the timing. I mean, from a marketing perspective, well done.
Thank you.
I looked and I saw MSRP on this guy's only $40 more than the RMR.
That's right. MSRP is $749. It's available. It's out on the marketplaces now.
Yeah.
We're going to be shipping it in early June, so you can place your order today if you'd like. But yeah, it's about a $40 premium over an RMR, which we feel is not a huge jump.
That's not a big
features you get.
Not a big jump. So whatever you're finding RMRs at, Type 2s, right?
Yep.
You're going to find this about $40 more on the street. Man, I'm excited. I really feel, you guys know I'm a dot shooter. I'm amazed at this dot. I think, I really think I'm going to have to obviously function test and reliability test, of course, all those things. But given that, I think this is a winner, man. I think it's the next generation. So
there's two more features I want to tell you about.
Yeah, please.
It's of course the 7075 forged aluminum, just like the RMR, just like the MRO, just like the ACOG. And for the competitive shooters out there, there's a new button feature, which is brightness lock-in.
Okay.
So you can either have auto mode, where the dot tunes with the brightness. You can adjust it manually using the buttons, or you can set it and lock it at a dot brightness.
Okay.
So let's say I'm a competitor and I'm going to a shoot that's 2 days, and I want to know that that dot is on setting 5 the whole 2 days, all the shoot. I can set it and forget it. It will always be at that setting. So it turns.
Did you just make a Ronco joke?
No.
Just made a Ron Popeil set it and forget it?
You like that?
I did. I liked it. It was good. Anyways, so I can set it if I want and lock it in, or it'll auto adjust.
That's right.
Like my RMR does.
It's like your RMR.
Man, I think this is a winner, guys. I think that I'm super excited that the RMR game, that the red pistol-mounted red dot game has gone forward. In the last year or so, we're seeing a lot of innovation.
We are.
Because I think it's where the future of pistol craft is going. And Trijicon's leading the way, like always, man. Look, really
John,
appreciate the time.
We appreciate you coming by. Thanks for your support.